supernatural I want to show you. You see this guy right here? Look at this guy. This guy right here. Now, you see, this guy held a big dagger in his hand just now, right? And then I heard him say, let's do this. Yo, there was one time, I don't know if it was supernatural, I'm not too sure, where it was, I think it wasn't even supernatural, it was another television show where this guy had this girl legs open and he had a big dagger in his hand like he was plunging the dagger between her legs. And I said, but when is he doing something like this? Because if my wife ever got a tattoo, you ever took children to a festival and then they learn something about social economics? Like, one of my children, during the time I was educating Hercules, he went, and I took my children to a festival, and then they would start to go into certain points of enlightenment, different points of enlightenment. And then you know how some people used to do magic? My wife used to do magic a certain time. So certain things started being there that wasn't supposed to be there, but they was trying to fill. When people just try to fill a regimen of certain things that's going on because they don't want to realize people going. But one of my children came to me one day and said they wanted to be a doctor. And then I looked, at the time I was with my wife, and I looked at her, I said, listen, man, I don't plan to ever lose money, but we're going to find out about you one day. And then I said, next listen to this. Imagine if my wife remember I used to do certain things for my kids and know the difference of my kids. If my wife ever went and got a tattoo from somebody, she's going to end up in a cycle like this. As soon as she went and got her tattoo in any way in physics, if it kept happening in a certain sequence of time, she was just going to end up a reconditioned. So it was just like, probably her higher habitation a certain time. Hey, I don't know, probably something happened to somebody in Paradigm. I wasn't there to really make sure the situation. So there's no real regarding it. So another person that said they were regarding my wife to make sure it never happened, they were just lying to my wife because they knew that I was supposed to be really the one regarding it. So if I wasn't there, it was just a manipulation on drugs with my wife because my wife was going to end up on drugs and manipulated, and then she was going to end up dead a certain type of way, and the person just told her all of his life he was going to be alright because he was just fucking her over and manipulating in the first place because he was just continuously giving her a tattoo. And he was probably, you ever see somebody plot on somebody or somebody infiltrate a castle or a king? How did they do it? Playing chess. So obviously they must have did it to my wife a certain type of way, and then my wife didn't realize when she was getting a tattoo, the individual at the last minute would be like the last hurrah and bang, and then she wouldn't even realize how an individual manipulated her and then let somebody penetrate the castle. It was like penetrating the castle or penetrating or getting through a line of certain things, and then you finding out individual. You remember, I used to tell you niggas used to be on steroids, they used to play football, other people used to get endorsed by other people to lose the game. So if things like that already happen, my wife is going to figure out when it's happening in her physics, when a person was going to turn her on her in the last minute and murder and kill her. Oh. Oh, if I go like this. I'd have said about the picture because if I go like this, you ain't gonna really see it. But if I go like this, you'll see it. Oh, look. I'm already holding the phone, so if I change my position of holding the phone. Oh, okay. That's how I thought. It was probably because of the way I was holding the phone. No. That's all right. It don't even matter. I'm sexier than all my wives. I'm the one that made all my wives. So my wives will have to think about that. Oh no. Fuck out of here. This is stupid shit. This is the live bitch. This is the Chantel Robinson live bitches. What's this commercial called? Be frugal. You're a Fraggle Rock individual. Stupid shit. Anyway, but like I was saying, right? So then, if my wife ever went and got a tattoo, you have to see how I'm looking right now. Another person, you looking at me through the camera. Nothing what you see in the physical reality is way better. But anyway, if my wife went and got a tattoo, and then she was manipulated. It's just like a person taking to a festival and then getting a regimen. But if somebody held her down and manipulated her, you ever been tricked and then ended up in a party or some type of players club situation? And then my wife ended up in a situation thinking everything was okay, and then she was manipulated at the last minute. Everybody turned on her. The same thing when my wife after she ever went and got a tattoo, because a person that will continue to give her a tattoo, because I'm the only one that's supposed to do certain work in the physical reality. So I'm supposed to be at certain places at certain times in the paradigm doing certain work. So if I'm not doing it, that means something's wrong. So my wife is supposed to instantly know. So if you have somebody fulfilling that, what happened? So then anyway, then at the time, so if you have somebody doing certain things, is this two persons manipulating my wife to lead her to a point? So if Sin City, if the individuals made a movie on a time sequence named Sin City, how long was the movie? And then on top of it, how long are they going to take to make movies that's going to be compatible to it in a literal harmonizing tone of physics and the frequency that was going to be compatible to it, that's going to get it to that point to when my wife ended up in traffic. But the reason why I'm telling you this is because I seen this guy with a dagger. I seen Dean holding a dagger, and then I remember I seen this episode of this guy sticking a dagger in a girl between her legs and was cutting her inside of her legs. Now imagine individuals that done poisoned individuals, infections that individuals done did, or dildos, or individuals that knew element martial arts or element science that done penetrated girls and didn't care about the way they were penetrating girls. And didn't care, and that was doing martial arts. So it's like a person that possessed a girl and then penetrates her. And it'll be worse when he puts it on television, because when he puts it on television, it's just like the broad sequence of everybody he's going to do it to, and every social economic empress at a time that he's going to rape and murder and penetrate. So it's like a person that did some demented dominatrix rape scene that's going to really carry out the rape in the physical realm. Just like I told you, I seen the girl Penny from Big Bang Theory tied up in a forest, and another nigga was cut. When it was on a porno site, and when I was one day I was looking to masturbate and stuff like that. But I look for, when I go to porno sites, I look for girls that masturbate alone or have or certain type of figures of the way they show their figures. I don't look at the twerks. I don't look at people that twerk, because that's not amusing when they're telling you pop that ass. And then, when you're looking and realizing the real education was going on, sometimes the exercise of it doing it a certain type of way is wonderful. The exercise of doing that type of habitation to the one's body control is wonderful. But when you really realize what's going on, when it's being done certain type of forms, it's not attractive a certain type of way. So I go to certain type of self-pleasurable sites of the physical reality. But if you see somebody literally doing something a certain type of way, what do you think is going to happen in the physical reality? You know what I'm saying? It's just a person that, it's just like watching, it's just like, imagine my wife going on an internet site and then her trying to log on, even on a level of her magic, and see what's happening to her physical a certain type of way. And then she sees continuous penetration. And when she's trying to view just a form of self-pleasure, what is that telling you is going to happen already? It's like a person that just being consistent and probably in their reality that wants to do some type of form of, I'm the real Rod, the real Osiris, I would know. It's just like a person doing some form, and I'm a doctor, so a person doing a form of type of penetration that's going to be consistent towards the end of the world. It's just like the guy, it's just like the person that's trying to run my gas company in Texas and Dallas right now. And knowing that I own all the gas companies because I own the continents. So a person that's trying to own it or trying to control it is a person that's going to literally go kill my caretakers at the time. That's what it is. It's like certain corporations, when you see people trying to get control of certain things of my land, that means all my caretakers, all the people I left in regarding of certain things of mine, and all the children that's claiming they're going to do certain things are literally going to get rid of. If they don't care about their conscience, well, they're going to care about the conscience that put the regard. They're going to want to get rid of the regard. Hey, good for you, man. I'm out, man. But anyway, man, I was just wondering, like, it's just like, I wonder if my wife's gonna realize the manipulation is gonna lead up to her rape. And I don't care about just skinny bitches that are ready to open their legs for other niggas that doesn't manipulate it. Don't go use the girls that's gonna say sorry. There's no sorry for girls that help them break through a line at a time. If a person really cared, it would have never happened. So showing you they didn't really care, and then that's the real empress. I know the difference. So a person that caused it to happen, there's no sorry for something. There's no manipulation for when you get to the. It's like a person inviting you to inviting you to some house party, and then when you get to the house party, and then they just raping you. Just like you don't want to see what happened to you. Seen what happened to the astrological tree of gold, right? There was a scene where this girl that looks like Athena, but she looked like Siri from the computer, and then they hold it. There was this girl that they literally raping, and they having a guy that looked like Al Bundy raping the girl, and then she's a young girl and being manipulated. You gotta see what I've seen on the internet to know what I'm speaking about. But it's just like, wow, when I seen that, I was like, oh, I couldn't believe it. But it looked like they were just fucking over the value and the money and stuff. And I just looked at the people. They looked like people that was from the Rothschild family, though. I am the real Rothschild, but I never been stupid when it came to my own habitation, to my own light sequence. So, oh well. Too bad for other people, stupid physics, people that don't know stupid things. People that claim to be something that was going to cause the demise of an astrological tree. So good for you. And I'm the real Forbes also. Bye-bye. And the Forbes don't mean for rags that you believe in show. Forbes is my other family, Forbes. Matter of fact, I don't even want to tell you. Too bad. Bye-bye. Because the four that I'm speaking about have nothing to do with Forbes. It's